All right, Middle-Aged White Guy Reacts back again today with another video for you. And in today's video, we have some Tom MacDonald. Now, yesterday was Tom's Day, and I planned on doing this reaction, since I'm on the East Coast, right at noon when it dropped. But, did not happen. My wife and youngest son were on airplanes all day yesterday, traveling to Arizona to meet with my wife's sister. So, I was a huge ball of nerves while they were going to airports and catching connecting flights, and I thought I was going to be able to sit down and do the reaction yesterday. Couldn't do it. Was not in the right frame of mind. So they're safe. They're in Arizona today, so we can sit down and we can get this reaction done. Now, this is End of the World off of his Renegade album, which he just put out, a couple months ago now. So I've heard this song probably a good 10 times or so. So this is not new to me. The featuring John Rich is, though, because he is not in the album version. Now, who is John Rich exactly? I am not sure. He is a country artist. I tried looking him up right before I sat down to do this. He's a country artist. None of the songs that popped up and when I searched them seemed familiar to me. I don't know if I've ever heard a John Rich song. Maybe I have, and I just didn't recognize the name of it. So, you know, he's a country artist, and based on, like, the titles of some of his interviews, he seems pretty based, so we're probably going to like this guy. But anyway, this is End of the World, Tom MacDonald featuring John Rich. Let's go.
I know the end is near, the television telling lies. I know for sure the revolution won't be televised. I know that we've been waiting patiently for better times. We fell asleep and men are blind, can't recognize it's genocide. Feel like the bomb.
All right, and that's an important bar right there. Let's go back and hear that one more time here.
Waiting patiently for better times. We fell asleep and men are blind, can't recognize it's genocide.
We've been waiting patiently for better times, but we fell asleep and... Wait, hold on. Fell asleep and don't recognize...
I know that we've been waiting patiently for better times. We fell asleep and men are blind, can't recognize it's genocide.
We fell asleep, but men are blind, can't recognize that it's genocide. All right? So while we're waiting for these better times, we're just sitting here waiting around on our hands. All right? Waiting for something better to happen. Waiting for things to kind of work themselves out. We're falling asleep. Men are blind, and we don't recognize it's genocide. So by our inaction, we are essentially allowing all this messed up stuff to continue, okay? So if we sit back and just wait, nothing good is going to come from that. We cannot be inactive, okay? We need to be proactive on some of these social fronts here. Let's go, Tom.
I know that we've been waiting patiently for better times. We fell asleep and men are blind, can't recognize it's genocide. Feel like the bomb about to drop out of the clouds. Another virus going airborne, go hide inside your house. Farmers watching crops die, they drying up with droughts. Angry people forming crowds and trying to burn the cities down.
All right, and he's talking about, like, the farmers and watching their crops dry up from droughts and stuff like that. So, like, we've had issues with farms and with, like, slaughterhouses and stuff where... You know, like, a lot of weird stuff have been happening. A few of them have caught on fire. I think a plane crashed into a slaughterhouse or something like that. We have these droughts going on. You know, we've had to get rid of pigs and chickens by, like, the millions. So eventually, you know, if this stuff keeps going on, we're going to feel that. I mean, we're going to eventually feel that if we haven't already. I mean, going to the grocery store and paying for some of this stuff seems like we're already feeling it. But, you know, yeah, it's definitely something to keep an eye on, because this is definitely an issue going forward for us.
Farmers watching crops die, they drying up with droughts. Angry people forming crowds and trying to burn the cities down. This is Armageddon, martial law for our protection. I talk to God, but it's long distance and I lost reception.
He talks to God, but it's long distance and he lost reception. All right. So we know Tom's kind of relationship with God is... How would I want to explain that? It's like he tries, but he sometimes has a hard time, right? Just because of how his life has kind of gone and everything. Like, he feels like he's not worthy maybe at times or whatever. You know, there's a lot of issues that he has with his faith based on the things that have happened. So, like, he feels like he's talking to God, but it's long distance and he's losing reception. So he's having a hard time hearing the message from God. Now, is that because God's phone line is weak and not not communicating clearly? Probably not. It's probably on his end. He's not receiving the words back. So, and a lot of times that's how we could feel, though. Like we're talking to God on long distance, and we're losing reception. We're not clear on what he's saying back, what we're supposed to do. So I think that's a very, very common feeling that a lot of us have as far as our faith is concerned.
Martial law for our protection. I talk to God, but it's long distance and I lost reception. Forest fires and oil spills are the awful lessons. I'm just waiting for the devil to take over heaven. This is biblical, I swear it's in the Bible. We keep killing one another and we dying for survival. We used to fight for...
And this is biblical. It's been said in the Bible or whatever. Like, if you look through the Bible and if you know kind of some of the points of it and whatnot, and you kind of juxtapose it with what has been going on recently, yeah, a lot of it lines up. Now, is that because some of those stories are vague to the point where you could put any different situation in there and it kind of still fits? I mean, maybe if you want to look at it like that, but you could say that for maybe a few different things, but like all this stuff that lines up, it's actually insane. It's pretty crazy.
This is biblical, I swear it's in the Bible. We keep killing one another and we dying for survival. We used to fight for peace, we put our flowers in their rifles. Now we're about to be extinct, every man, woman, and child.
It's the end of the world. I will do better next time.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
I'll let him go. Hold on.
Yeah, I know it. If it's the end of the world, I know that I have lived my life to the fullest. Yeah, the fullest. We stood on top of mountains. We've been to space before. We had our dogs and houses. We dug up dinosaurs. We built those bombs are dropping. We fought in all their wars. Now that the sky's falling, what did we do it for?
All right, so he has John Rich do the chorus for him in this one. I thought that goes really well with that little country twang. Obviously, Tom did it for his album, and it sounds a little different. It's not as singy, I guess, maybe. I really like the chorus done by him, though. That was nice. This video's awesome, though. Like, this is like some Men in Black going on.
Feels like the end is near, our freedom's disappearing. People playing God, call it genetic engineering. Media misleading us and evil's interfering while the government...
Yeah. All the CRISPR and gene manipulation and stuff like that, it is definitely crossing into an area where you can say you're playing God at that point. When you're messing with the building blocks of life, trying to create something different, I mean, what are you doing? You're trying to create a life form. You're trying to be a God, so we've been warned about that in the Bible. However you want to take that, I am not super 100% religious. I have a religious background, and I believe in God. But, it is just funny how this stuff has been warned about, and it's coming, and you can see it, and you're not sure, if that's something that we should be doing, maybe. It's been talked about, like they said, don't do that in the Bible, and yet here we are messing with stuff like that. It's pretty crazy.
Playing God, call it genetic engineering. Media misleading us and evil's interfering while the government we need became the power that we're fearing. Our billionaires are going to space, don't blame them for leaving. Birds are falling out the air, fish washing up on our beaches. This is end times, humans got a deadline. Children are the future till we ruin them with headlines. Should we...
All right, so my 3 oldest sons are in Florida with my parents. Okay, so my parents took my 3 oldest kids on a vacation to Florida. My wife just left with my youngest son to Arizona. I have an entire house all to myself. That's not the point, though. But so my other kids, my 3 kids are in Florida right now, and they have the red algae bloom going on there along the coast. So tons of fish and dead wildlife are beaching on the shores. So they sent me a video of them walking and just showing all the dead fish and different types of wildlife that are washed up right now. And it's pretty insane. Pretty insane.
Past their bedtime, but everyone's woke. They told us chase a dollar that made everyone broke. I feel like cryptocurrency is probably our last financial hope. Soon enough, the government will leave your bank account froze. Judgment Day is...
Cryptocurrency is our last financial hope. I mean, you know, maybe, but they're figuring out ways to get a handle on that, and I feel like figuring out ways to kind of manipulate that market as well. So for now, maybe that's the case. It's just a matter of time before that's just as regulated and manipulated by them as everything else, though. Unfortunately.
It's probably our last financial hope. Soon enough, the government will leave your bank account froze. Judgment Day is coming. You can run or you can stand and fight. Panic in the dark or lead rebellions by the candlelight. This ain't your granddaddy's planet Earth. It's black and white. The end is coming. I'll see y'all in the afterlife.
It's the end of the world. I will do better next time. Oh yeah, I know it. Yeah, I know it.
And that's kind of a weird, all right, if it's the end of the world, I swear I'll do better next time. You know, and like, I don't know if this is how he means it, but to me, when he says that, it kind of feels like multiverse theory or parallel universe theory, or, you know, like a resurrection kind of deal where you basically get to start over. Like, okay, well, this time, yeah, we ended it. If we start over, though, we'll do better. We'll do better. Give us another chance. It kind of just an interesting thought experiment there, because if you think about it, like places like Atlantis, right, are supposed to have been like a lost civilization that had crazy technology that we didn't really even understand, and it's been lost to time, right? So what if that is just kind of what the end of the world is for us? Maybe we get wiped out by something. Million years go by, all of our monuments crumble and fall. There's no really record or recollection of humans on Earth. And then like another form of an intelligent species develops, takes over the Earth, and, you know, it's their chance to try to, you know, evolve beyond Earth and become like an interplanetary species or something like that. You know, it's just weird. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, I know it. Yeah, I know it. If it's the end of the world, I know that I have lived my life to the fullest. Yeah, the fullest. We stood on top of mountains. We've been to space before. We had our dogs and houses. We dug up dinosaurs. We built those bombs are dropping. We fought in all their wars. Now that the sky's falling, what did we do? It's the end of the world as we know it. It's our fault that it's over.
While we look down at our phones, they'll drop a bomb from a drone, then an explosion. We should have known it.
Damn.
We stood on top of mountains. We've been to space before. We had our dogs and houses. We dug up dinosaurs.
Yeah.
We built those bombs are dropping. We fought in all their wars. Now that the sky's falling, what did we do it for?
Awesome video, man. Awesome video. Fantastic. All right. So that was End of the World by Tom MacDonald featuring John Rich. Amazing video, man. Really, really well done. They are, I mean, every time you think that you know, his music video can't get any better or more complicated, more, you know, it does every time. These guys, Nova and him, continue to raise the bar every video that they drop. So, awesome. That'll do it, though. That'll be the reaction. Middle-aged white guy is out. Peace.